White House border czar Tom Homan said Sunday that ICE agents will be sent to airports across the country on Monday to support TSA officers with security at airport entrances and exits, where lines have been especially long in recent weeks. Homan told State of the Union that he was currently working out a plan for the deployment with the heads of Immigration and Customs Enforcement and the Transportation Security Administration. He said he expected it to start at large airports that have seen the longest wait times, that agents would cover security points but would not help with baggage screenings. Certainly a highly trained ICE law enforcement officer can cover an exit. Make sure people don't go through those exits, enter an airport through the exits and stuff like that. Relieves that TSA officer to go to screening and to reduce those lines, Homan added. His comments come after President Donald Trump said Saturday that he would send ICE agents to airports as early as Monday to help cut down long lines. ICE will do the job far better than ever done before, he wrote in a Truth Social post on Saturday. Lines at TSA checkpoints have grown in recent weeks with spring break travel in full swing, and since mid-February, the Department of Security has faced a partial shutdown. Homan was clear on Sunday that ICE agents will not take part in TSA's security screenings. Wherever we can provide extra security, I don't see an ICE agent looking at an X-ray machine because they're not trained in that. There are certain parts of security that TSA is doing. We can move them off those jobs and put them in the specialized jobs, help move those lines, he said. He also noted that authorities would keep carrying out immigration enforcement activities while at airports. We do immigration enforcement at airports all the time. It's not going to change. It's not going to change, Homan said. The shutdown, which began after senators failed to reach a deal to fund DHS, has led TSA agents to call out or resign in large numbers as they have gone without pay for weeks. More than 400 TSA agents across the country have quit since the shutdown began. In a separate interview Sunday, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy pointed the finger at Democrats over the long TSA lines. Democrats want to see long lines at airports as leverage, Duffy said. The secretary also said he expects more TSA agents to quit this week. I think you're going to see more TSA agents as we come to Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week. They're going to quit or they're not going to show up, Duffy said. I do think it's going to get much worse. And as it gets worse, I think that puts pressure on the Congress to come to a resolution. By sending ICE agents to airports, President Trump's trying to take that leverage away and not make the American people suffer, the Transportation Secretary added. In an unusual Saturday session, senators failed to pass a standalone bill to fund TSA, with Republicans blocking Democratic efforts in a 41-49 vote. On Friday, Democrats blocked Republican efforts to fully fund DHS in a 47-37 vote that 16 senators missed. It is unacceptable for workers and travelers in entire airports to get taken hostage in political games. But that is what the Republicans are doing, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, DNY, said Saturday. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, RSD, blamed Democrats for dragging out the shutdown. Thousands of Homeland Security employees have been working without pay for more than a month. The problems of having an unfunded Homeland Security department continue to multiply. And Democrats, well, they just seem to shrug, he said Saturday. Since mid-February, a bipartisan group of senators has been working to find a way to reopen the agency. Democrats have insisted that any funding bill include new rules for ICE agents, such as requiring them to wear identification and stopping them from covering their faces. Homan joined the talks on Capitol Hill last week and told on Sunday that the policy demands from Democrats haven't changed. It's the execution of those policies that we're talking about, he added. And look, we're having good conversations, but, more conversations need to be had, because we certainly can't surrender ICE's authorities in their congressionally mandated jobs. So we're having those discussions. It's really about policy execution more than policy. Republicans have said they are open to negotiating with Democrats on a number of policy areas, including expanding the use of body-worn cameras and requiring that footage from those cameras be kept for congressional oversight. They have also said they are willing to limit ICE enforcement at sensitive locations, including hospitals and schools. ICE is not affected by the ongoing DHS shutdown, as it received $75 billion in additional funds from the big, beautiful bill, the president's major legislative package that he signed into law last year.